Hi there, it's early in the morning. Actually, it's 10 till 6. I just left the hotel, so just for a bit, because the sunrise is about 6:13 in the morning. At least before I leave this island, I'm leaving tomorrow back to Malay. I would love to see the sunrise. And they said the sunrise is a very fascinating scene here. So right, that's the eastern side, that's the western side, and that's the Rosemary Boutique. That's where I stay, and this is in the tourist area, and it's pretty windy. There's a rain last night. I'm taking advantage of this time because there's no rain, and I just really love to see the sunrise here in Maafushi, and that's where I'm heading to. That's the eastern side, and that's where the sun should rise up. And yesterday I tried to do it, but it was really pissing down. But this time I shall be able to see the sun rise. It's been a fascinating stay here, but there was some rains on the last couple of days. But anyway, it's it's a cat. I was saying, oh my God, sorry, cat, little cat. There you go. Morning. That's really car. I was looking at my way. Oh, by the way, I've not seen any dogs here. But it's not I don't like dogs, but I kind of have a trauma on dogs and a phobia, I would say, especially on islands. So unlike in Cook Island, my God, so that's the worst island, I would say, with lots of dogs, and most of the dogs are they're not trained. If you're a stranger, they were gonna run after you. They didn't run after me, but each time I walk, I got my brolly and I got a piece of rock. That's what I said, the piece of rock. So it's not actually throwing the rock to the dogs, but it's just like a protection if in case. Good morning. I want to see the sunrise. Yeah, I think it should be lovely. Okay, so I don't know. This is the eastern side. Beautiful guy should be. So there's some people. There's some runners working out in the morning. And this is the best moment. I will wait for the sunrise. It's 6 o'clock, and 6:13 is the rise of the sun. And it's early in the morning. There's some people fishing, I guess. All right, so let me just get in here. I don't know. So I will just need to. Oh, there you go. There's some people fishing right there. It's pretty breezy in the morning right now. See, I just left the hotel and right here on the shore, and I'm sure this is where the sunrise is. It's a bit gloomy overcast. It's been there was some rains last night and yesterday as well. Especially a couple of days ago, there was quite a massive rain. There's no storm. As I asked the local people, it's just a typical. But regardless of whether it is rainy or sunny, as a stranger here, for me, is a sunny side up because this is really a gift. So let me set this up. I brought with me my stabilizer in case. Yeah. See, there's a local fishing at this time, and somebody seated there. So this is the like the picnic area. By the way, so I am here at the local side, and practically all beaches here are local beaches, and this is the place to hang out, to relax, to unwind if you want not to be in the middle of a massive crowd. Although it's a pandemic, there's a lot of tourists here, primarily from Europe, and which good to see because Maldives is the main source of economy of this nation is tourism, and I'm glad the nation is open. This is the real normal now, So in fact, I was just encountered news from Dr. Fauci, one of the medical experts in the United States. He said that the COVID vaccine may now be a requirement to get on the plane. I think it's happening now. I heard that Australia, the official fleet of Australia, will now be requiring a COVID vaccine. It's just normal in other countries. Like for instance, if you go to nations infested with high risk of yellow fever, you gotta have this yellow fever certificate. Good example is, for example, there's some areas in Tanzania. Oh, there's a hermit crab. I just saw a hermit crab there. Ah, it's fascinating. Ah, okay. So I want to make sure that I see the sunrise here. Like for example, in yes, certain section in Tanzania, in Kilimanjaro. Also in used to be Uganda. I think Uganda is still required. Used to be Rwanda, and I just recently found out that Rwanda will no longer require yellow fever vaccination. Maybe they're containing it. So that's just a few examples. And even in South America, like for instance Ecuador, there is an infestation of high risk of yellow fever. So if you're coming from, let us say for instance, a yellow fever infested area, going to another yellow fever infested area, and you are leaving the terminal, you gotta have this yellow fever vaccination. So it's just an example. So this pandemic, we're gonna be just transition. We may need to live with this as we progress, just like a regular flu. Okay, so I don't want to miss the sunrise here, but it's pretty amazing. It's a breezy day today. There we go. There's pine. Okay, simple happiness, right? And yeah, this is my final day here in Maafushi, a very enticing island here in the Kaafu Atoll. And I do hope that Maldives will be able to cope up with the economy. Hopefully it starts booming again. As I said, tourism is a major business here, apart from, of course, fishery. There's some farming happening here, and I see local people have their own small piece of land, and they have their own ways of gardening. So they primarily use with plastic recycled materials, which is great to see. But apparently in this nation, once in a while, actually not once in a while, very frequent as I walk around the shore, especially in the tourist area. Darn tourists. I'm generalizing, by the way. There's quite a lot of plastics. So some plastics are in the right spot, but others are just right along the shore, and it just breaks my heart. So these are non-biodegradable. They just go directly to the ocean. And part of this island, right on that side towards the end, there is kind of like a garbage patch. So that's where they dump all the rubbish. There is kind of like a cage, but still something that has an impact to the environment. Okay, so let me see. The sun is shining up. Definitely, that's where the sun is a little bit overcast. Hopefully, I see the sun rises from the horizon, and the forecast today is partly cloudy, and you see it's windy right now. Okay, so it's pretty amazing day. Maafushi is one of the nearest island atoll, nearest island from Mali. It's about 35 to 40 minutes speedboat ride, and it's about 29 kilometers. It's a pretty amazing place to go. It's one of the inhabited islands. So if you fancy culture, meeting people, and knowing the ways of life of people from different parts of the world, primarily if you want to go and visit Maldives, I would recommend inhabited island. So going to uninhabited island, you will not really see local there except the staff, because the only thing you will see there are the resorts, and plus it's you pay through the nose, you break your back. So that's not I don't fancy that. So I love seeing culture and looking at the world in a different perspective. So there's about almost 2,000 islands here in Maldives, and there's about almost don't remember how many atolls are there. There's a lot of atolls here. So this is one of the atoll, the Maafushi atoll, which is made up of small islands or islets, and surrounded by these small islands or islets, okay, by this in an atoll is a lagoon, and it's really interesting to see the nation thriving, primarily in terms of tourism with this global pandemic that we have. Hopefully, all nations in the world, okay, who depend on tourism, primarily all nations survive. So the perils of this global pandemic. Anyway, so I know we don't want to hear this COVID once again, COVID, but that's the reality of life. And the vaccine is here. The only hopes and prayers that I have is I hope and I pray fervently that all people in the world, whether you are closest to the spot where vaccine is available or in the remotest part of the world, or the remotest island, gets the benefit of the vaccine if they choose to do so. And this is all what we need. I think this makes a nation, the world, okay, I would say more resilient in surviving and keeping themselves thriving in the midst of these perils of, if you call it natural perils or man-made or whatnot. I don't want to be political here, but it is something that makes us stronger. And by the way, and also the magnificent use of technology, the internet, so to speak. So this technology was invented or discovered for a good reason, and now it's being used for a good reason, for communication and then for education and then for spiritual purposes as well. A lot of churches are doing their services. I'm a Christian. I'm a practicing Christian, and I know I worship through the internet. Okay, with all those messages from the pastors I've been wanting hearing message from. All right, so I believe the sun should be rising right now, so it should be on that side, and hopefully I see. So everybody, I hope everyone is preparing the day to be the best day ever. And today is the 3rd of January here in Maafushi, and it's 2021. And we hope for the best. Let's show the power, the example, the powers of the examples of our daily existence, not the example of our power as a human person. All right. Bye for now. Keep that smile, and the world will smile at you. And again, traveling is not arriving to a new destination. It is looking at the world in a different perspective. Cheers, be safe, and bye. It's really white sand here, and the water is turquoise. Lots of corals on the ground. Really brilliant day here in the Maafushi Island. This is a local beach. Can't wear speedos here. Oh, wait, someone is not following the rule. There's one tourist there wearing two pairs. Well, it's not my business. Anyway, when you go here, make certain that you follow the rule. Go to the beach side, which is pretty small and crowded, chock-a-block, and this is all yours.